Hello, welcome to Luke Trades Trading channel, where I am trying to figure out whether I can turn trading into my full-time income. I'm trading from Australia and I'm trading US market, so that means late nights for me. So I trade early pre-market starting 4 a.m. and sit till around 8-9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I rarely stay longer than that because that's after 1 a.m. for me. So today we're back to the very cold market, and I was almost going to not trade at all, but then I saw one stock, the same one that yesterday gave me a little bit of profit, and I thought I can trust it again. Well, the problem wasn't really the stock, the problem was the volume. So I have certain rules before I enter my trade, rules about the pattern and indicators I see on the charts. Also, I have the rules about the stocks that I'm buying. They are still being, polished, sort of speak. This one, one of the rules I have is that relative volume should be at least 3 or higher. Otherwise, I'm not going to enter the trade. And that rule is a rule that, I've noticed based on my previous trades, that usually when there is a lower relative volume, the stock doesn't move too well. So this one today was actually right around 3. And I thought to myself, well, it's a little bit risky, and should I enter it or should I not? It's a cold market, I probably shouldn't, but then I thought I'll give it a chance, and I'll show you the recap quickly. I took 2 trades on it, both losses, and even though those losses are not something I want to see this week, that makes me rewrite my rule, and I am going to change it to at least 5 relative volume this time, and I'm not going to enter anything below 5, because as this proved me, it's just not worth it. I'll show you the recap now. So this is it right before entering. As you can see, it doesn't look too great, but I was thinking if the price can pull up to 424, which is around here, then I'm going to enter, and hopefully we'll see the squeeze above 430, 440. So that's what I did. Let's watch. Here it is, and as you can see, it pulled up to 420, and so far I'm like, oh, I don't know, but if it goes to 420 and it's confidently gonna go up, then I'll be interested. Now I can see 420, so I am pressing my first hotkey. So and the risk here is pretty big. It's not crazy, but it's around 40 cents, 30 something cents, less than a 40 cents here. Here we go, and we're hovering around 420, and all we need is those 2 more. So I'm holding it again. As you can see, we got orders first time around 423. I'm ready to enter as soon as I see 424. There is already 424 on a bid. There's a bit of a bigger sell order, 16,000 shares, but I see 7,000 buyer here. So I'm thinking, well, we'll see if it gets bought up. I saw 424 and I decided, all right, let's go. There's a lot of buying happening at that level, and this is the level where I think if we cross it, we should be squeezing up. So I bought it. I sent my order. This is it. Bought 100 shares at 424, and as soon as I did that, it tried to push through, but then I saw, look, 17,000 here, and I believe on the ask. This order was designed to spook everyone else. So someone keeps pushing that order right above the first seller, and it looks like everyone's abandoning the ship. You see, it looks like, I don't really know what happened here. Perhaps this order was designed to spook them, and it's popping out every now and then on the yellow line, which means it's right above the first seller. So it's not really selling, but it's spooking everyone. So maybe someone's actually selling. I don't really know, but as long as it's here at 424, as long as the price goes above that, around that price, it's just showing that big seller. And I think that's what's spooking everyone, and they start to, everyone's starting to sell. So, and it's hovering a little bit, but then I see that it's going to more and more into red, and suddenly there's gonna be a big flash. At this point, I'm still holding because I'm thinking, look, we're still above VWAP, it happens that it kind of bounces back, and this happens with a higher relative volume stock, but with this one, Turned out it doesn't. So as soon as it went below VWAP, I knew I'm in trouble. I knew this is just not gonna work. And so from here, I'm like, all right, I gotta exit. And my exit is around 388. It goes down to that 388. So I'm ready to exit right here, but look what happened here. I'm ready to exit at 388. I am holding my shift key, and suddenly, did you see? I'll back up. From 388, it was a second and went straight to 382. So right here, bam, 382, and I'm like, oh no, this is just way too bad. And now I see I fucked up. I hesitated too long. I should have exited 10 cents ago. So I just quit. A bad mistake, not the most horrible one, but takes 40 bucks off me. So my max loss for the day is 50 bucks. This took 40, so pretty much I'm pretty much there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'll wait a little bit longer if something interesting shows up. Until then, there was absolutely nothing. And this is already 5:20. So market was completely cold. Until then, there was nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I have 10 bucks risk left, more or less, in my budget. I can wait a little bit longer and see if something pops up. What I did wasn't the best move, because I saw that this stock is popping back again and has a potential to maybe squeeze back, and I thought, you know what, this time the risk is around 14 cents, so I can take that risk and see if it goes back up. Wasn't the smartest, probably because that stock already proved me wrong. Probably shouldn't have entered it, but I thought, hey, I'll give it another chance. And at this stage, the relative volume went down to like 2.5, so I should definitely not enter that, but I did. So here you go. I'll just show you the entry of the second trade. I'm aiming for 372 or 373, and let me just start from scratch. I'm waiting here. Price is moving up, and as soon as I see 373 and then 3, and then I see my confirmation more or less, so I enter. There you go. I send my order, 100 shares. I see even 374 on the ask, and I enter. So this was much longer, so I'm going to speed this up, but just so you can see, it's hovering a little bit here, but right after that, took him a while, but it pushes up. And, at some point here, I see we went to 379. So, my goal is to take some profit at least 10 cents above. And 373, that would mean 383. I would be punching either half exit or full exit. At this stage, I just want 10 cents. That's it. I'm not greedy. Now here's the problem. This doesn't give me 10 cents. Every time you see some buying here at 382, every time it goes to around 380, it was just flashing. So 379 straight to 374 here. And it happened a few times. It was just kind of dancing around. I could have exit here actually, but I thought, well, I might as well wait for, maybe it's gonna go that 10 cents higher. And first time it didn't, rejected that 380, but then there was a second run, and again it's going closer to 378, 379, and rejection again. And the third time it goes to 376 or something like that. And there you go, 378 again. This is the last time, and after that, you see, panic selling. There you go, panic selling, and it's just flash. And from there, another flash. Not a crazy one, but at this stage, I'm like, all right, I have to leave. So I did. 359 was actually my exit point, so I took it. And should I have held it longer? No, definitely not. It didn't. It was the wrong move overall. And the day, I'm not very happy about that. Let me see. We are 60 bucks on a day, 45 bucks down on a week. We have only 2 days left. 200 bucks on a month. It's very, very cold. Yesterday was very tricky. Today was completely cold. Nothing was happening. And I looked at the aftermarket as well. There was nothing there. Honestly, nothing to trade for me. So, we just have to accept it. I'm glad it happened, because every time I have a loss that teaches me something, it's good. So even though it's 60 bucks, it's a little bit above my max loss of the day. It's supposed to be 50, because if I trade with 100 shares, I set max loss on a cold market, to half of that, so 50 bucks. I went a little bit over, But that's fine because I learned a valuable lesson, and that lesson is to adjust my criteria for a stock, and my relative volume of that stock needs to be at least 5 at this stage. Usually when I trade and it's a little bit hotter, it's much higher than that. It's like 20, 30, 50, sometimes 100. And this time, you know, there was absolutely nothing there, and I guess I was eager to trade to get something, so I entered it, and it started with relative volume of 3, but after my first trade it went down to like 2.5. So that means there is just not enough interest in trading. Traders are not interested in buying, so I should not buy as well. And that's a lesson for the future, which I'm grateful for, but we have to just accept it and take that loss and move on. That's all I can do. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to be a part of this journey, please like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.